but Harry actually sits on the right-hand side of the left seat all the time. He is not on the left.
No, it doesn't work.
Maybe I'm taking it a bit too literally.
Yeah, maybe. Well, it says we're starting there now, so just in case, we'll do that one more time. This is Watch With Us Live with Dave and Harry. We're doing X-Files episode 3, season 1, Squeeze, the most infamous, I think, episode of X-Files that was
It's
ever
definitely
made.
one I remember very much from when I was a kid. That scene with the vent.
Oh yeah, everyone remembers the scene with the vent, I think, yeah.
Because I remember like having to go to school the next day.
And looking at all the vents.
Well, it's just like, did you see that man? Yeah, the guy in the vents. Unmistakable.
Alright, so you guys should see the timer there. Let's see. Yeah, it's working. Okay. Yeah, I used to watch this with my sister on Sundays after Simpsons, I think it was. We got into an argument when we watched the first one, because I think Danny said he watched it on Fridays, and me and Kat were like, "You're crazy." It was on
No,
Sunday
it was a
night.
school. It was a school night the next day.
Yeah, it was
like,
it was
school day
Monday
the next
morning.
day, so.
The next day, it was after Simpsons on Sunday. I think.
Yeah, because
Yeah.
I know I had to. I was staying up to watch it as a kid, and I would get in shit because I had school the next day.
Okay, let's sync this up. I'm gonna hit play on the timer and then hit play as quick as I can on X-Files. So let's do this. Play. That's as close as we're gonna get it, folks.
3-second delay.
Yeah, maybe. Yeah, they had these weird like cold opens too. At the I don't think they did this. They did this for like the first couple seasons, eh? You'd like see like a bunch of random crap that had nothing to do with Mulder or Scully. It was like the investigation they were doing that
I
week.
think that was just like think about like Due South, how that was filmed and stuff, because it was all done.
I never watched Due South.
Well, it was, I don't know. It's more like 90s Canadian production was.
Yeah, but I mean
like
it's like the
this.
trope of the cold, like the James Bond cold open. Like
Yeah.
well, I
yeah,
guess the James Bond cold open has nothing to do with the rest of it. This has everything to do with the episode, so I'm wrong there.
Oh, there's the pizzicato.
Oh, the goddamn eyes. Toombs' eyes are scary. Oh yeah, if you don't know, Eugene Victor Toombs here. Again, if you're listening to this, watching this 10-year-old show, and you don't know who Eugene Victor Toombs is, get your head checked. This is the scariest part too. There's like no method to his picking. He's just pick. It's a crime of opportunity. It's who he can get alone
Well, that's
and
how
get into the
you.
vents.
That's how you get away with murder. Is it has to be someone you don't know.
Yeah, I mean that's the most terrifying part. He's like none of these people have done anything bad or done anything wrong.
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
as far as I can remember, anyway. Oh, and he's having a shitty day to boot. The
He's stuck at
presentation
work.
didn't go well. He's at work late.
Maybe
Drinking
the fact that he's stuck at work is the only reason he gets killed too.
Yeah, and he's drinking probably crappy scotch out of a mug.
Something that always amazed me about Mad Men, where they had the liquor trays in every single room you walked in.
Oh, yeah,
Amazing.
yeah.
I'm like, man,
Everybody
I
must
was
have
born in
been
the wrong
drunk
time.
all the time, like just loaded constantly.
Well, especially if you live in like a big city where you have transit, where you take transit everywhere.
Yeah.
Of course, you could be loaded whenever you want.
I didn't.
Up here in the north, we gotta drive places, man.
Sorry, everybody. I'm I'm new to this live stream and stuff. I gotta share this crap.
Yeah, office doors aren't gonna save you from anything. That's nice, catching the reflection off the chrome surface there. You don't
He's
see that
so
in movies anymore.
brutal, too. I wanted to mention this when he got in here at the vents, but when we tried to get this recording done all drunk last week, which you guys will never hear because That'll never happen. That's the most terrifying thing. Seeing a screw do that from like the inside
From
the
the
vent,
inside?
like that's just creepy. There's whole little stuff that's creepy with Eugene Victor Toombs here.
Oh, the plasma ball.
That's another thing a successful show has to nail. It's its opening. Like the theme here and these visuals are bang on. Like,
Yeah. What the fuck are those orbs that like spew the things out of them? I don't know what those are. It's like people's nuts getting like two balls getting busted.
Are they supposed to? Is it supposed to like mean something in the show? Like, are we supposed to see all this stuff eventually? Like, no, it's
No,
not
I don't
connected
know.
to
I don't
anything.
think so.
Just weird visuals.
Yeah.
Chris Carter, he's one creative son of a bitch.
The snitchiest snitched who ever snitched. Word has it, he has a subscription to fucking Brill Cream.
Yeah, and word has it that the character actor always plays a skeezy douchebag, so no one's gonna like this guy.
Red shirt.
No FBI agent in the history of man has ever used that nickname for anybody. They wouldn't call it that. They're professionals. Spooky Mulder.
Yeah, yeah.
They wouldn't call it, even in between themselves.
Your agents.
You're grown men. Like, that's another good thing to play on people's fears.
Yeah.
Being trapped and locked in a room and still being able, a murder still being able to get
And
you.
not being safe, yeah.
Yeah, you're not safe at all. Oh yeah, he goes for the liver. I was thinking kidney. I forgot about that.
I totally
and
forgot.
he uses his bare hands. Remember, he gets his fingers all
he
weird.
slices in,
Yeah.
takes it out.
I'm trying to figure out what I've seen this guy in. Spooky Mulder. See, she won't even say it. Please don't say it, Scully. Please don't say it.
As an agent, though, you've also got to deal with the reality that everyone else you're dealing with has a gun. You want to see
Yeah.
spooky?
You don't want to piss off your cohorts.
I got a 9mm with your face on it.
Do you think that like gives a general respect among law enforcement that everyone knows everybody else has a gun?
Like, imagine your workplace. With,
Yeah,
If
there'd be a lot
everybody
less,
else had a gun.
Yeah, there'd be a lot less smart ass remarks out of me. I know
Yeah.
that.
Oh,
But
yeah.
if everyone had a gun. My sister was saying, this is the episode he really becomes Mulder.
Yeah.
And we commented on the first episode that he's like, he doesn't act like Mulder in the first episode. He acts like not like Mulder. And my sister, being the expert at the X-Files that she is, she commented when I started telling her about this that this is the episode where Mulder really hits his stride.
It's finally his turn to establish character.
Yeah. They're done establishing the show, so let's
Yeah.
establish Mulder. I thought that was a staple. That was a giant shard of metal from the screw.
Oh, it's just a thread
Yeah,
from the...
from the screw.
Yeah.
Or from the vent.
Yeah.
That's, he picked that up with his naked eye, and all these forensic guys, nobody Saw that? A reticulant? Is that somebody who can like break
Go
their
into
legs?
rectangular form.
Yeah. A rectangular form. Ooh, an X-File.
See, they're establishing that he's good at his fucking file.
He's the only one down here looking through any of these files.
Yeah.
So. Again, it's only the second episode, so we can give Scully some credit for
Third.
being the non-believer. Third
Yeah.
episode, yeah. So we can give her credit for no.
She's like, "What is it this week?"
And again, this is, I think the first two episodes are like a two-parter thing, so. This is like the first official X-Files. Like, they're partners and everything's established.
Why would a businessman be adept at defending himself? He works
Yeah.
at a
well,
desk.
Just because he's a big dude doesn't mean he can do shit. Good punch to the throat and you're, but you're, doesn't matter how big you are. Doesn't matter how many push-ups you did that morning.
That's right.
Oh yeah, that's gonna work. We did get very upset when we attempted to do this last time that Scully cut her hair.
Oh yeah,
She had long hair in the
it
pilot.
was the '90s.
Yeah, so she had to get this cut.
Friggin' shoulder pads. My main gripe with the '90s.
We did talk about shoulder pads a lot too. Were you on the first?
Yeah.
Yeah, you were on the first episode. Yeah. This gets real old real quick. These journal entries.
It's used in breakfast, lady. Or lunch? Yeah.
So Mulder didn't show up here. He just gave her the file and
Yeah.
the
Well, they're doing their own whole thing, right? So
yeah.
if the murder is unsuccessful, he goes back home and has himself a fap.
Yeah. Oh yeah, he's a
Pizza
creepy
guy.
Pizza
Guy would be an excellent assassin.
Yeah, there you go. Are you admitting something, Dave? I'd like
You
to
know
find
me.
out.
These
you know
lips
me?
don't split if you give me a tip.
Yeah, it's in the vault, is it?
Like that guy who got into the prime ministerial thing. He was dressed as a waiter.
Holy shit! This guy's name is Doug Hutchison. Eugene, real name. Ooh, that's a teeny little gun.
That's a lot of trust in
Oh,
someone's
yeah.
trigger discipline.
Do you remember his thing with the seeds? He's always eating
Oh,
the
yeah.
sunflower seeds. I forgot about that.
He's almost like Hansel and Gretel. They're leaving a trail everywhere.
Yeah.
case he goes missing.
Anybody wants to follow me, just follow the sunflower seeds. Yeah, Mitchell had a last minute costume last night for Halloween, and he just put jeans and a jacket on. We're like, yeah,
There you go.
you're Fox Mulder.
Done.
Yeah. He ended up being a doctor instead, but I said he should have went as Fox. There's another really creepy one with people who go through pipes, water pipes. It's like they're like water people with like the suction mouths. Remember that guy?
Oh yeah, 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 yeah,
That
yeah.
was really creepy. They come
It's
up
like a
through the
fish man.
toilet and like kill people or something. I can't remember. Oh, yeah. Creepiest man in television.
I made a wrong turn.
I dropped my keys in a vent. I was
Yeah.
trying to find them. He's just the tiniest little dude, isn't he?
It's all fucking clammy.
He
Can't
is
trust
really
that.
sweaty. Oh, it's probably heated vents, eh? It's
Oh,
really
yeah.
hot in there. I used to get a job every 30 years, new identity. It seems like such a hassle. $70 ago.
I've been to college thrice.
Back when people actually believed lie detector tests worked and gave you any kind of information.
Yeah, Penn and Teller hadn't come out with that bullshit episode yet.
Yeah.
That's apparently the official verdict.
Yeah, if it's on bullshit, it's true. Basically.
He got back in the closet.
Yeah. In 1933. Now that you mention it.
She had to sacrifice all her pillows to make that top.
She's... Whoa. That's what you think. You guys are actually buying this? They're 100% buying the lie detector test. They're like, oh, he didn't do it.
Exactly.
That is just laughable at this point in history.
Yeah.
Like, this whole thing gets thrown out the window. These cops are the stupidest cops ever. I don't think even cops ever believe
Well,
that 100%.
you got to be
right?
careful when somebody comes out with a new technology. Then like, oh, it works 100% of the time. And it's
You know
nice.
what I mean? Like, it's like fingerprints at this point. Like, it's basically a judgment call by the guy fucking doing it. Like, you got to really trust the guy. It's like an art form more than a science. Morons. It seems like an overreaction. Just a little bit of an overreaction, I think. What do you mean? You caught him.
Yeah. He's the one who found him first.
Yeah, Scully did nothing. She did just as much as the rest of those cops. Or are they FBI?
Maybe he's
too?
more concerned about getting her to see some of the weird shit.
Yeah, wants to keep her around.
Yeah. Well, he could use the help, but he needs to convince her that the shit's real.
That's kind of weird. He like grabbed at her boob necklace. Give me.
Yeah. That's like personal space.
Yeah, that was personal space creepy.
Then again, I don't know. Americans are a bit different, like Southerners and stuff. They like talk real close to your face. Out in the North, there's like arm's length at all times.
Yeah,
There's loads of room.
Loads of room.
Fucking population density is not high. Then again, we tend to shout and.
Yeah, we tend to. What do you call it?
Obnoxious.
Spit while you talk.
Yeah. Well, that's how you preserve your personal bubble, right? If you're
Yeah.
within spitting distance, it ain't my fault if it rains.
Or you just yell loudly so people have to take a step backward or their ears hurt. Whoa, I thought his name was spelt with a B, like actual tombs. I didn't know it was tomes. Tombs.
At least you know where he works.
Yeah, and they got a residence, don't they? He's got to get a paycheck. He's got to get, like, he works for the government.
Yeah, he's on the
Just-
grid now.
Yeah, they don't just mail it to the, whoa, the yellow jaundice eyes. It's so creepy.
Is this what happens to you if you survive jaundice? You become a stretchy fucking serial killer?
Immortal?
An immortal?
Give me a
Well, you
jaundice.
pickled yourself, I guess.
Yeah. I don't know. I guess it's less people than if you're a vampire, right? I'd be a vampire. So I just wouldn't like the hibernation thing. That would kind of suck. Being in that creepy cocoon for 30 years. And you're like, your sole motivation for coming out of the cocoon is just to kill people. Like, at least
Yeah.
vampires have
Yeah,
fun.
you get no time off.
Yeah, vampires have fun. But you gotta kill way more people to be a vampire. Vampire.
But what if your race or your species has like fucking your dreamland is amazing time?
What's that?
What if your dreamland is amazing time as a species? That's all you're getting back to. You know what I mean?
Oh, yeah, yeah.
You're like, fuck, I gotta deal with this again. It's been 30 years already.
Oh, yeah, maybe he's, like, going into, like, a weird biological matrix.
Yeah, yeah.
He's connected to all the
Yeah.
other liver eaters across the
Liver
world.
eaters, yeah.
And they, like, meet in, like, a Neverland happy place.
Grandma.
It's so worth eating people's livers and getting into a gross cocoon for 30 years. Oh, and here's the early 90s CG. That doesn't look too bad, but I'm assuming this shot coming up is going to be awful.
You'd think your clothes would be a detriment, eh?
You're saying he should get, like, completely naked and go... Yeah, wouldn't it be like the Hulk logic? When they, like, his clothes rip apart? His clothes
You'd be all
couldn't
like
stretch
covered
like
in
that.
dust and shit.
Yeah, but they
Or
wouldn't
soot.
stretch that
No.
much. Like, they'd rip.
Well, I'm assuming he's doing it in a like he's so good at it, he's doing it in a fashion where he can keep his clothes, but like, why would you? Especially going down a chimney, it's all sooty and shitty.
You just wanted to see Toombs getting naked and oil himself up.
Oh yeah.
Oh, here.
Maybe
I
there is
remember
like a
this
stretchy guy fetish out there. It's the internet, man. Rule
Stretchy
34.
guy fetish. Yeah, I'm pretty sure there's a fetish for fucking everything. So yeah, I'm sure there's a stretchy guy fetish.
He's got to like keep blowing the fire
Well,
out
is he
beneath
not?
him.
He already came out of the fireplace.
Oh, yeah.
Oh.
Oh, he is all dirty. Good job, show.
I guess they couldn't afford stuntmen, so that's the action scene.
Slow motion.
Yeah.
Fake throw.
You have unqualified members of the investigating team. Why are they still parts of the investigating team if they're unqualified? Told you we'd end up hating this dick. Whose side are you on? He just calls it. Oh, he takes trinkets, yeah. You think that's part of the biological matrix he's sucked into?
Maybe. Maybe.
It's like the Borg collective, those, like, the ones that
Or
break
it's like
away.
how you just keep count.
No, but
just
you know,
take something while you're
the
there.
ones that, like, the resistance inside the Borg in Voyager?
Oh, yeah.
And they, like, have their own little pocket of the
Of
collective.
yeah.
But instead of technology, it's biological. That's a book right there, Dave. You fucking pitched a book right there. The Vitrola. Good turn of the century humor there.
Yeah. Speaking of phonographs.
A generational family of serial killers? That's pretty screwed up. Man, if they had waited 8 more years to reboot X-Files, then that 2023 joke would have been... They could have actually made her the director of the FBI.
Yeah.
Like, see?
She's like waiting. She wakes up. She's like, fucking Tombs.
Yeah.
Tombsday? Is it Tombsday?
It's Doomsday.
They're like, oh yeah, we thought she was losing her mind. We were about to force her into retirement.
I don't think I've ever seen one of those fancy newspaper TVs.
Microfiche?
Microfiche, is that what you call
Yes.
it? Fancy,
Think like
fancy newspaper TVs.
old timey at this point.
Yeah, exactly.
You know, Viewfinder.
Like those things that the kids put on their faces and like
Yeah,
look at
except-
animals.
Like, those are each one.
That's a page of newspaper. I always liked this guy. They always got good guest stars.
I thought he was gonna drift off into like bloody ones, sad ones,
Yeah, lists all the different
happy
kinds.
ones. There was the wet kind,
Dry murders.
dry murders, cold murders, hot murders.
Gets the thesaurus out. That's another thing about early '90s
He
TV.
raped me.
They'd put the boom mic like away from people. Remember you said the Diana Troy, like she could barely be picked up on the mic because they had that big wide shot
Yeah.
in the bridge that right there. Like Mulder had to yell and you could still barely hear him. Fuck.
Same, but different.
Just say the saying using different words. Just say what I said using different words. how do you investigate a murder where the murderer sleeps for 30 years at a time? Like, that's gotta be a pain in the ass, especially
One
when you
day's work
don't
at a
know,
time.
and you don't know that's what's
Yeah.
happening. Like, you don't know that's what's going on.
See, he's already in the old Scully Doomsday thing.
Doomsday. That's so.
They're just all like coincidence. Every time he killed someone, he just like had to brush his hair, or
Yeah.
there was a cup of coffee, and he's like, "Oh, sweet!" Pours himself a cup, walks away with it. They think he's like some sort of sicko.
I'm pretty sure he is a sicko. But
Well, yeah, the trinkets.
the trinket thing is
When they catch him, they like interview him.
right there. That's evidence enough. I guess that people would say like looks transfer a generation. That kind of shit happens.
It's a goddamn photograph of the man.
Yeah, that's pretty obvious, but
That's like how when cops are pissed off about people
These
filming
guys-
them and busting, like
these
and being
cops-
busted about for brutality, and
Yeah.
it's like, well, if you wouldn't have done it, like, they can't film it if you don't do it.
exactly. These cops also believe lie detectors are infallible,
Yeah.
so the picture evidence probably is not going to be good enough for them either. Fuck.
No, they'd ask the person if it's the same. If it's the same guy through the lie detector test, and they would be like, "No," and they'd be like, "No, it's true. It's true. It's not the same guy." Meanwhile, they're both standing right there.
That's the scene
yeah.
from the opening.
It is.
Them coming through that door, yeah.
But you never see like the melting orbs or like.
No. One of the few times in the opening you see Mulder and Scully, it's them coming through that door.
You do see the long fingerprint thing.
Yeah,
They
you
probably-
see that too.
They
Yeah.
probably made that whole the first season as the intro.
Yeah. Maybe we will see those green balls of orbs.
Maybe.
Green orby balls.
Maybe I just forgot all about the melty orbs.
This is a show that comes very close to breaking the adage of the first season of any good show sucks.
Yeah.
It still sucks compared to the rest of the series, but I think it gets offset by how bad the last couple seasons got. Because you can't compare this season to those last
Well,
couple.
are you counting though the episodes where they replaced the cast? Because like
Yeah, when the Terminator came in.
I don't.
That's not X-Files in my opinion
no.
either, but when you compare it to this,
Dead
this
to
is
me.
fucking golden shit.
Yeah.
I don't think I ever watched a whole episode with the Terminator in it. I'm getting that right? It was the T-1000, the Liquid Terminator guy comes in
Briefly.
for
They
like
replaced him,
for like
though.
the last 2 seasons when Mulder gets abducted by aliens. Spoilers.
See, she's in the game now. She's on the same page.
Yeah. Oh, the creepy cocoon. It's so gross.
Did you read that story about the guy who found the corner of the parking garage at his local mall? There was like an area that had electricity, and it was like shut off. Like it was, it was not regularly
Blocked
accessible.
off. Yeah.
So he had set up a den in there, and he moved in.
And the
he had-
power was
yeah.
acted on.
Yeah, so he had like a PlayStation and an Xbox and like bed, and like he just lived there rent free.
Nice.
He's like a butterfly.
A repeating butterfly.
Yeah,
Yeah.
he's a badass, not like Adventure Bros.
And he doesn't change into anything. He just stays the same form. So nothing like a butterfly.
Okay. More like a frog then, I guess. They
Frogs do
hibernate.
that? Yeah, they do. You can freeze frogs, right?
Yeah.
You can throw them in a fridge
Yeah,
or
they go in the
something.
mud, they freeze, and they
Yeah,
thaw
yeah.
out. And
Yeah. You didn't get nothing. Eugene did.
your locket.
Yeah, you know when somebody gets in the back seat, you're gonna get shot. That's
Yeah.
creepy.
Shoot him in the face.
Yeah.
Don't these guys work there? How come they have visitor badges? I guess
No,
they're like
they're-
the local PD, the
They're
FBI's
FBI.
office then?
Yeah, they're in the local PD's office. So what a douchebag. Ooh, they said ass on TV in '93,
Eh?
and I'm gonna run.
Yeah, but this also aired at night.
on time.
In the States, I don't know if they broadcasted that, but in Canada, after like 9 o'clock or whatever, you can actually curse.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
I don't know that.
Or there's like a set time where you can actually have cursing. Because you can watch South Park edited or censored and then uncensored.
Oh, that would be he sees like a dog. That'd be crappy to see in black and white.
Yeah. They can see blue and yellow, actually.
Dogs.
Yeah, I think it's blue and yellow. The red, green, blind. Some hideous fucking pants.
What's that?
So those some hideous fucking pants.
Oh yeah, they're like right up around her belly button. It's got to be uncomfortable.
The fuck was humanity thinking?
They weren't. It was the '90s. Okay, wait a second. So they're in Washington? This is her house. This isn't some apartment she's staying in. This
Whoa.
has got to be your house.
I guess so. Yeah, 'cause it's like her stuff.
Yeah. This is either her house or like the most fabulous bed and breakfast ever.
Where you know where everything is already.
Yeah. Ew. Gross.
I got the goop on me.
She got slimed. Oh, Eugene does his homework.
Oh, there's a fucking plot hole right there. A properly labeled telephone box. Nope, doesn't exist.
Never in existence has that ever happened.
No, it's just a bunch of cables plugged in, and you have no idea where the fuck they go. A Bix block is what they're called.
That's not as terrifying
You
as I
see,
remembered
Harrison?
it.
He couldn't fit through the square hole.
Oh, that was
Because
quick.
he's a rectanguloid or whatever the fuck.
I was lucky that there's somebody coming out, except door
Oh,
probably
she
locked.
went for the eye gouge. Good move.
Oh yeah, he's going for that liver hand.
All the good that'll do you.
That was a little simpler than I thought it was going to be.
They have to keep him in a giant
Whoa.
Ziploc bag.
What are you reading about, old man? You see that? It said something about the ethics of ethnic cleansing or something like that.
Yeah, and a bunch of bodies on the ground.
There you go. Eugene Toombs.
Doomsday.
It's Tuesday, finally. It's finally Tuesday. At it again. This paper mache cocoon. Talk about like the worst cleaning staff in any hospital ever. Like, that would last maybe 3 days before
Who
somebody
keeps
come in and
giving him
clean that up.
newspaper?
Yeah.
Stop it already.
Who's supposed to be cleaning this floor? Why don't they clean that big nest out every week? God, it's got to be like doing genetic tests on Hannibal Lecter. Like, how do you do blood tests on a guy who's going to eat you and use his hand as a scalpel? There's the theme. There's the lesson. We live in a secure society, security-driven society, and no one's still safe. Doesn't matter how safe you think you are, you're not safe.
It's an illusion. It's security theater.
Back when television had to have a lesson in each episode.
You mean the good old days? Oh, fucking slot in the door? Are you fucking shitting me?
Yeah, and Mulder and Scully, neither of them noticed that.
That's terrible. Their case is so not airtight.
Yeah, they don't really have any evidence that he killed anybody. Well, they have evidence that he attacked it. Oh, look at, he noticed that's how they're gonna end the episode. Him staring at the hole and smiling. He is a creepy son of a bitch. But yeah, they really have no evidence other than assault on an FBI agent, which is probably enough to give you a couple decades in jail. Actually, attempted murder of a federal agent. Oh God, quit it! You're so creepy, Eugene. All right. Chris Carter, you wonderful son of a bitch. Oh yeah, that's definitely the first of many great X-Files episodes. Before they start getting really shitty in the last couple seasons there with Terminator.
Oh, lest we forget.
All right, well, that's the third live episode, everyone. Thanks for joining us. Thank you, Dave.
Indeed.
And you guys
see you next week, probably.
Yeah. You guys have a good one.